What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Kush back with another video. A lot of people asked for my recent video that I just posted. They wanted to see my Hawkeye build for the mega level threat that I do with the guys. So here it is. So we're going to start with the skills, break down why I use these and why they're very useful. So going left to right, critical care. This is really good because it can help your team for one, and it'll increase the attack chance and your crit attack damage, so which is like through the roof. So if you get headshots with your razor, oh man, like that damage is crazy. Going to the right, heroic recharge. So this is whenever you do the nanospores, anyone killed inside of it will have the 30% drop to drop the heroic orb, which actually procs a lot. But it doesn't proc much in the mega level threat. So what I would recommend, if you're doing anything else besides the mega level threat, I would use that. But if you're doing the mega level threat, I'd use the strong medicine because it will help your team, and like a good primary heal would be very useful. Going to the next one, I use plasma as my night storm, because I will get into the gear why I use plasma over cryo and shock. Going to the next one, strike point. This increases the status buildup for all damage dealt. So like you're getting, as soon as you do the plasma, it's going to apply directly. Like you're going to get plasma on that boss or whoever target that you're using, and it's going to help very much. And then for your ultimate heroic, you want the shock one. So you're activating the battery effect, like immediately going into the shock, into the plasma. And with the gear that I got, I have 5 shots of the hunter's arrow, so which is really good. So it's 5 enemies that has shock on them. And then for your last one, you could literally go whatever you want right here. They are all very useful, but I prefer the taunt one just because I like going crazy and I know I can't die, because it's very useful with my build. And willpower, like I gain health like crazy. Going over to the mastery skills, I run with the blast, increase the impact of the explosion arrow, your bags of tricks, impulsion arrow is in it, so like it brings tougher enemies into the area. Increase the damage infected by a split shot. This is basically a bag of tricks build. That's all I use. It's really useful. Perform takedown, forces enemy to drop a regain pack, is because I have low defense, so when I get a takedown or if they're not dead, I gain a regain pack, so I'm always having health. Now for these, it depends what I'm doing. For the mega level threat, the warbot, I would go something like this with them, because these 3 will go to your cluster arrows, these 3 will go to your razor arrows, and these 3 will go to your impulsion arrows. So that's how a good reminder to do it. But usually it's something like this, because warbot you can kill instantly, but I like going something like this. It's very useful because if you have a quick perfect draw, you gain a marksman buff, which stacks up to 5 times, and it's really good because more damage go out. Right here, the parting gifts. This is when you grapple to an enemy. It is the swordsman prodigy, and it's very useful if you want to gain close and get like a takedown real quick or something, or whatever. The other ones are not very useful because the boomerang doesn't do much damage, and this one is just parrying after a dodge, so it's very not useful. This one increases the base regenerate speed of the instinct energy, so I can get lock on activated quicker to even do more damage, and we'll get into that later over here. Then off balance inflicts 20% more stun damage to parried enemies. I like using the parry every once in a while on like a boss or like an elite that's like hurting me, or like I need to escape real quick, and you have and if you do the one to parry, you'll gain critical attack chance on it, so it's very useful. It lasts for 6 seconds too, so like you can kill them instantly. Multiple talented. This is so I can increase my attack damage from my range attack while overcharged. So when I ult, I gain overcharge. That's 10% extra more damage. And then I have the reduced amount of overcharge energy drain when I take damage, so I can stay in lock on more longer. And then increase attack damage by 20% while overcharged. So like my goal is to always stay in locked on, which is my overcharge ability. So I always get that 10% and that 20% from right here and from right here. So moving on to my champion levels. Honestly, since the bug for champion levels, critical attack damage and critical attack chance should be your maxed out first. I would focus on these two first if you want to go. And then your perk chance and heroic boost recharge you want to focus on next. The rest are really buggy and they don't work. But I use them because I'm very high champion level, so I just want to get rid of them so I don't have them. Moving on to the build, starting with my split shot and my melee, Sword of the Storms. I got Valor, Might, and Precision on this. Not too worried about the Might. I was trying to get just Valor and Precision, so I could like have more damage and stuff, whatnot. But this is for my cosmic damage for my split shot. Going on to my range gear, I have targeted empowerment. Chance hitting an enemy with a ranged critical attack grants an instinct burst. Your instinct burst is when you can gain overcharge to activate lock on. Like I said, lock on is like the go-to for this build. Having lock on could save your life, man, and bosses just die instantly. Then the Pen Particle Razor. This is for particle damage on my Razor. I'm always using my Razor attack. That's your first one, not your cluster. It's the first one for you, so it's just better. Chance defeating enemy with a ranged critical attack grants a damage buff. For this being only like 44.7%, this activates a lot. And as soon as it goes away and you kill someone, you're getting it back again, man. It's like amazing. Now, you know, Crystal Dynamics doesn't want to give me the exotic for the split shot, so I'm stuck with using this, but it gives me my resolve and my valor so I don't die just like instantly. I wish it didn't give me proficiency because proficiency has diminishing returns on it, and I'll talk about it here in a few. But chance for reviving a teammate grants an instinct burst and, you know, some randoms. You know, I ain't too good, so that activates pretty good too. Going to the next one, I just got this one yesterday. It's called the Eagles Kit. You get this from the Elite Mega Hive, which is the 14 floors. This is amazing. I love this piece of gear right here. It gives me Hunter's Overcharge, so when I activate my ult, it gives me locked on. Like I talked about before, my lock on is like my primary thing that I want to stay in, and I gain that damage instantly. Then it gives me a Night Storm arrow, which is the plasma, so I can have 3 plasma to activate on the boss, so that's doing crazy amounts of damage. And then it'll increase the number of targets Hunter's arrow can hit by 3, so every time I hunt, like I said, it from the skills, it will activate twice if you don't have this piece, but if you have this piece, it will go to 5, and that will be 5 enemies with shock on it. Moving on to my minor artifacts, I have the Cosmic Surge right here, and the Cosmic Surge right here. Now this one is for defeating enemies. I gain a Cosmic Surge, and while this buff is activated, dealing damage will restore a small amount of willpower, which is your health, and heroic energy, which is really useful. Then I'll have this one for chance taking damage grants the Cosmic Surge. So like I'm always gaining health and always gaining heroic charge, so I can never like try not to die. So I stay alive pretty good. Major artifact I use the most is the Tactagon. But as you can see, I do have the other ones that I potentially use. For the mega level threat, I would recommend you guys use the Tactagon, the Lethal Will, or if you have a particle build, I'd go the Void Tech Transporter. This thing is actually really amazing. Hank Pym coming in for the clutch save, you know. Viewing my stats, I focus on Precision and Valor the most with my build, but lean to Valor more. But make sure you have at least 260 precision, so you can actually hit with just without bags of tricks. Proficiency and resilience and intensity all have diminishing returns on it, so those will have a cap on them. The rest do not. That's why I'm trying to get rid of my resilience and focus on resolve, so I can gain more health. And the proficiency where it's at is actually pretty useful, but don't focus on it too much. If you want this build, focus on precision and valor, and that's it. Uh, be sure to check out the stream come 6 o'clock p.m. every day, and have a good day, y'all. Kush out.